Hi, and welcome to Stamping with Linda, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today I'm going to use the Bloomin' Marvelous stamp set from Sale-a-Bration promotion. You can earn this if you purchase $50 from January 22nd to March 22nd, 2013. I think right now this is my favorite stamp set within the Sale-a-Bration flyer. So let's get started with our card. First, we are going to use a piece of rich raspberry. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to bring in our big shot. We're going to be using the Fancy Fan embossing folder. I'm going to run that through my big shot. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on a small piece of Whisper White. So I've got my embossing done on my rich raspberry. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to get that small piece of Whisper White. It measures 1 3/4 by 4. I'm going to bring in my rich raspberry ink pad. And Oh Happy Day, this is from that Bloomin' Marvelous stamp set. I'm going to ink that and kind of stamp that at the bottom. Then I'm going to go in with the butterfly from that set, and I'm going to stamp 3 of them. Then I'm also going to go into a scrap piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to I'm going to stamp and go get my punch. So I stamped my little butterfly from that set. I'm going to go into my bitty butterfly punch and punch one out, like so. I'm going to next go into my dimensionals. I'm loving this new butterfly punch. I love the Elegant butterfly punch, was a little bit bigger, but this one is just so nice and dainty. So I'm going to put it over top of that first one that I punched, or stamped. I don't know why I keep saying punched, but stamped. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and get my rhinestones. I'm going to get one little rhinestone for each of those butterflies. I'm using my paper piercing tool to lift up those rhinestones. Next, what I'm going to use is my Stamping Distress tool. This is a new tool that is featured in the spring catalog, and I'm just going to take it and run it along the edge of that white cardstock. We used to have a distressing tool in the old catalog. Had a lot of other little things on it. This one is just nice and portable. So it just gives me a rough edge to my cardstock. Makes a great disguise if your cutting blades are getting bad in your cutter. That's what it reminds me of. But this kind of hides that roughness if that's the case. Then I'm going to take a small piece of Summer Starfruit. This is measuring 2 inches by 4 1/4. I'm going to lay that on top like so, and I'm also going to distress that Summer Starfruit. Now you can distress as much as you want. I am just running it down through once. Next, what I'm going to go in and take is a piece of the Designer Series paper, Sycamore Street, which is the Designer Series paper that's featured with a Sale-a-Bration. Again, you can earn this free if you do a $400 workshop, or if you spend $50. I'm going to go in and use my punch to punch that pennant, and now I'm ready to assemble my card. I'm going to put the Designer Series paper on my card like so, on my card front. This is the piece of the raspberry that I ran through the folder. Next, I'm going to take my card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. Going to use more snail than I normally use on a card. Usually I just use about 1/4 of an inch in the 4 corners, but because I've run that through the embossing folder, I like to give it just a little bit more adhesive to hold that down. Next, I'm going to go in with 2 dimensionals, put it on each side, the short side of that summer starfruit cardstock, and put that on my card like so. Pull up that little butterfly wings, and then you have a quick, fast card using the new Designer Series paper and stamp set that you can earn free. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoy me again real soon. Bye.